the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&TCenter. Well, for San Antonio, they'd like to play well to start this season series. They haven't forgotten how this team knocked them out in the first round last season. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's Kevin Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
The Spurs play before the hometown crowd here live in San Antonio, Texas. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. The Warriors are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. They blow through the treacherous Texas Triangle, always a dangerous part of the schedule.
You know, for some teams, it just takes a little time to get into a groove and to find your rhythm at the start of the season. But this group's been different. You know, they've been playing like they have that proverbial chip on their shoulder since day one.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, D.A., you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. Brent, a lot of experience on the floor. Talk about why it's so hard to succeed if you do not have that kind of veteran leadership.
If guys stay around this league long enough, Kevin, they've seen a little bit of everything. And when they've seen those things, the fact that they could communicate it to guys who haven't, sometimes they can keep you calm, make sure you temper your expectations, and then have you understand just how long not only the season is, how long a game is, how long a quarter is, and how long even one possession can be in order for you to be more successful and learn the lessons of this game to be better the next time.
You've had a lot of guys come across your path. Any one veteran that comes right out top of your head who really helped you along?
I'll throw way back to Chris Mullin and the time that I worked a lot with Chris in the early part of my career, just preparing to be in the NBA and talking through stories about the type of hard work, the type of consistent work, and the type of mentality you have to not only succeed individually, but certainly to have team success.
Great story. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Down low, it's Green and Cousins. The tremendous pair of Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Durant in at the three. And that one's good by Gay.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess, he's salivating on shots like that.
And Cousins kicks to Durant. Back to Cousins. On the wing, Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over DeRozan. Nice shot by Thompson.
Well, whether it's from the three-point line or the top of the key, it's repeatable from Klay Thompson. Beautiful jumper.
Curry against Murray. Here's Aldridge. Green with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Feeds it to Durant. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Durant's got his first basket.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
DeRozan against Green. Aldridge taking his time here. Shot clock at 6. A pass to DeRozan over Green. DeRozan's shot is off.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. So it's the Spurs now. It's a 5-point game. Curry with the steal.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. To the paint, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Thompson. Durant trying to break free, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Cousins.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And guys, Cousins blindsided fans and players alike by going to Golden State this past offseason. Cousins knew he'd have to take a prove-it type deal when he entered free agency after that Achilles tear. The deal with the Warriors was put together and finalized fast, and kudos to the Warriors front office for striking when the iron was hot.
Now here's DeRozan. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Well, I feel like he can make that one blindfolded. Aldridge, as usual, cashing in from mid-range.
Curry kicks to Green. It's Durant on the wing. Murray against Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs trail by 10. Murray with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Pass to Gay. Here's DeRozan. Over Thompson. DeRozan's shot is good.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
Thompson the bounce pass. Green finds Curry. And stolen by Murray. Aldridge against Thompson. Aldridge the pass to Gay. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, he tends to be a shoot-first guy at this end of the floor. Aldridge with a great pass there.
Knocked away. Passes it to Green. Now the feed to Thompson. Moves back up. And it's Green missing.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Then Gasol with the dunk.
How about the authoritative throwdown by Pau Gasol, making his presence felt and rocking the rim.
Oh, and here comes Gay all alone and finished off by Gay.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Curry way outside. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Cousins no good. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 2. DeRozan dishes to Gasol. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Durant. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Durant's got 6 points. The Spurs have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Yep, that one goes. Aldridge has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To the inside, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Murray. It's deflected. Durant with the steal. Curry way outside. The shot, no good. And the Spurs going the other way now. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end.
Thompson outside. From outside the arc. The shot by Curry, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
For 3, Murray. The shot that time not on target. Warriors have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Thompson from long range. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got 5 rebounds tonight. Murray against Curry. Here's DeRozan. Sinks that one from the post. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a 2-time champion, international star. Nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Davis Bertans checks in for Gasol. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Then for the Warriors, Jerebko's checked in for Cousins. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Curry. Now here's Green. And the Warriors miss again. And with Pau Gasol, even after almost 2 decades in the league, Greg, he is still a very effective player.
You know, Pau just never seems to get credit for how smart a player he is. When he makes a play on offense, he knows exactly how a defense will react, what will open up, and what the best options are. Kobe knows just how great a teammate Gasol is, and Gasol's knowledge of the game really on an elite level.
For all the strides he's made in other parts of his game, Mills remains at his heart a dead-eye three-point shooter.
And there's the pass to Iguodala. Golden State moving the ball around, looking to end the run. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, despite his outward demeanor, Durant plays with so much passion, takes the hit, still able to convert.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone. Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
He feeds it to Cook. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet, and the shot goes down. And the Spurs lead by 5.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Cook kicks to Green. Durant against Bellinelli. Cook, the pass to Jerebko. Clock at 6. Durant deciding where to go with it. The shot's good from Jerebko. Jerebko's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. San Antonio's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Here is Forbes. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Bell's checked in. Jerebko with it. Aldridge is there. And then Jerebko with the dunk.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. Now here's Mills. 5 points in the game. Inside. Shot from free throw range. Bertans can't get it to go. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Here's Bell, and another basket for Golden State.
Yeah, you got to put a body on Bell. You just have to, or you risk these kind of plays.
San Antonio trailing here. 1:16 left to play in the first. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Kevin Durant. Putting up about 25 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
Walker's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And the Warriors also making a change. Livingston's checked in. Out to the wing. Cook kicks to Jerebko. Here is Cook, covered by Mills. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bell. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so Walker nails both of them. And it's the Warriors with the ball. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Jerebko dishes to Cook. Throws it up high. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. And so Aldridge will bring it up for San Antonio. Trailing by 2. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
Here's Mills. And that one goes long. The Warriors shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Iguodala, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Great vision from Sean Livingston, scanning the floor and finding the man.
And here's Mills. 5 points in the game. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. From deep 3-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. Willing his team to a successful quarter performance, he seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. We'll return shortly. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare, rare feat indeed. And Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about that challenge.
Your field goal percentage as a whole is the toughest one. You're going to have some open shots, you're going to have some tough shots, but having that level of consistency and accuracy over the course of 82 games is unbelievably hard.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Jonas Jerebko out there with Bell. And there's Livingston. And there's Iguodala. And it's Cook in at the one. Aldridge finds Bellinelli. Iguodala with the block.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Pass to Livingston. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Lets it go from 14.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Walker against Iguodala. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three.
So it's San Antonio now, following the score by Golden State. Mills passes to Walker. Right through the D for the layup. Walker's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Yeah, just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
Rudy Gay's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Then for the Warriors, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Jerebko. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Quinn Cook. Now here's Walker. It's Gay on the way. Over Bell. Gay can't hit.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Cousins, no one around him. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's a wide, wide open shot. Sadly, it came up short.
And Bellinelli kicks to Walker. There's the pass to Bellinelli. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Cousins. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Just attacking all the way. Cousins hungry to get inside. That's a huge body blow right now into the gut of the defense.
Passes it to DeRozan. Over Thompson. San Antonio again missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. Everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
Pass to Murray. Gay outside. Back to Murray. Six to shoot. He dishes it to Walker. A three-pointer, no good. The Warriors have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. It's stolen by DeRozan. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Gay with the ball. Murray, good.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
The Warriors trail. They get a hand on it. Curry with it. He's got 6. He kicks it to Livingston. Back to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now the pass to Cousins. Thompson for the triple. San Antonio with the rebound. Looking ahead to their next and playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Now that's what you're going to get with Pau Gasol, a tremendous passer who's got his eyes up at all times.
Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Thompson. Over DeRozan. Rebound San Antonio. Gasol's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
That one falls.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Curry dishes to Cousins. Back to Curry. Thompson outside. Outside, Green. And the Warriors miss again. San Antonio leading by 6. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for San Antonio. The Warriors also with a sub. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. Murray outside. And Gasol now top of the key. No good off the back of the rim.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the official. He tends to like to get in their ears as well. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Warriors trail by 6. Curry finds Thompson. Durant for 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none. But I'd be careful not to hamper that enthusiasm.
Thompson passes to Curry. Durant for 3. They get it back. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
Well, the edge to Cousins rebounding, you're okay with it if it shows up in the way he goes about his business on the glass.
And DeRozan kicks to Gasol. Back to DeRozan. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Gay. Green with the block.
Wow, gritty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is, and great timing on the rejection.
Murray outside. Shoots a 3. And Curry pulls it down. Warriors trail by 4. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Curry against Murray. Passes it to Cousins. Over Gasol.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
To the paint. Here's Gay. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. It's Durant on the wing. A 24-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
4 on the clock. Shoots from 14. Misses off the right iron. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. They lead by 4. DeRozan finds Gay. Back to DeRozan. And that one, good. DeRozan's got 6.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Thompson outside. Feeds it to Green. Pass to Cousins. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 7.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Murray the pass to Gay. Back to Murray. Kicks to Forbes. Back to Murray. And there's the pass to DeRozan. Over Durant. And it's DeRozan missing.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy. Oh, Kevin Durant, he cares. He cares about winning. He cares about his teammates. He cares about how they go about their business, and he puts the work in. So since leaving OKC and all the criticism and all the outside chatter, Kevin Durant has been the best player on the best team in the biggest moments, winning 2 Finals MVPs.
The free throw drops for Durant. And for Durant, Brent, to absorb so much animosity, especially in Oklahoma City, it really pained him.
Well, of course you don't like it when people are talking negatively about you, but the one thing about going to Golden State and being around that environment, I think Kevin Durant felt safe around the construct and culture of what the Warriors were about. And then for Kevin, obviously, the best thing to do is go out and play and let your play do the talking. He's certainly done that, and he's done it loudly. Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
The feed to DeRozan. That one doesn't drop. Good defense by Iguodala.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here is Forbes. Here's DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. And last summer, after 9 terrific seasons in Toronto, DeMar DeRozan traded to San Antonio.
And guys, you have to feel for the sudden change for DeRozan. Gave Toronto some of their best years. At the same time, happy that DeRozan has gone to an organization that has proven success over the years.
He doesn't get the second one.
He's shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Second chance shot. Stripped away. Forbes the pass to DeRozan. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Got that one up quick. And that's 15 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, elite scoring ability of Kevin Durant. When he's in a groove like this, every opportunity when he has the ball feels like a good one.
Bellinelli for 3. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist on the night.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Jerebko. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here is Forbes. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. DeRozan. And the layup's good off the glass. DeRozan's got 11 points.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Durant for 3. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And that is massive. The 3 at the buzzer ties it up. And they'll go to the break the way we started, dead even.
Tie game in San Antonio. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
When you think about giving up 3 or 4 extra turnovers, that can mean 8 or 9 points at the other end. That's why every coach preaches it. Take care of the basketball. Bottom line, they need to protect the ball and play under control.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
The Warriors shooting 43% from the field. Murray and DeRozan in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the veterans, Aldridge and Gasol. And it's Gay in at the 3 slot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Now here's Cousins. Thompson is double. 5 to shoot. And Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, some situational awareness there from Klay Thompson. He understands the offense. He understands where the cutters are, and he finds one.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's DeRozan. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. Here's Curry, following the bucket by the Spurs. He kicks it to Thompson. Clock at 6. And it's Golden State with another.
Man, sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Spurs trail by 4. Murray outside. Outside Gasol. DeRozan against Thompson. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 13 points.
And you want to talk about high volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. Outside Durant to the paint. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half. Draymond Green, the 35th pick. Wow, imagine that, back in 2012, and overlooked as maybe not having a position, maybe being too small. I don't think his coach at Michigan State would have said any of those things about the versatility and the blueprint that was ideal for the Golden State Warriors to put him into this lineup with these great shooters.
And we'd seen the rise of the spread 4, but Green is something altogether different.
Yeah, he's not a catch-and-shoot 4-man. He's more of a skilled 4-man, rebounding the ball, pushing it up on the break. Steve Kerr likes to use him in the offense as the conduit at the top of the key. He can attack a closeout, get into the rim, can throw lobs to guys on the inside. Just the things that he does can punish a defense with how versatile he is.
Spurs trail by 8. Outside DeRozan. Over Thompson. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And that's 15 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Gay drives in. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Well, the balance that Rudy Gay has, outstanding job at staying in control, even when getting hit.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Mills, he's checked in for Murray. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Curry on the wing, covered by Mills. Durant, no good.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Mills can't hit. Warriors leading by 4. Outside Green, lots of room, and he knocks down the jumper. Green's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now here's Mills. He's got 7. Pass to Gay. And here is Gasol. Passes to DeRozan. Over Thompson. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Durant for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Gasol. And Durant sends it back.
An extremely fluid athlete with sneaky explosiveness. It's a wonder Durant doesn't block more shots.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
They've also taken care of some of the details in this game, and that's why they're ahead.
Puts it up from 17. Good D by Thompson.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes. I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
And he's just working and working and working, tireless.
San Antonio making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Bell is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Mills. 7 points in the game. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bertanis, he's checked in for the Spurs. Warriors on D. Gay. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the pass to Curry. Poked away. Mills with the steal. And now here comes Gay leading the break. Here's Bertanis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
And the basket by Curry. You love a good mid-range game. We don't see it that much, but I know you have a couple guys you think have a pretty strong mid-range game.
You know, Chris Paul still has dominated the mid-range, Kevin. It was interesting because him joining the Houston Rockets, who it's all about threes and layups, Daryl Morey, I think, recognized we need somebody that can come off the pick and roll and make those kind of plays happen, not only at the rim for Capella, but shoot it himself. So Chris Paul still dominates in the mid-range. Kawhi Leonard has shown some skills at the mid-range, even though last year, obviously just 9 games, he's still a dangerous weapon. It'll be interesting to see if that's still part of his arsenal for this season. And then C.J. McCollum has been one of the best mid-range scorers in the league for the Portland Trailblazers over the past couple of seasons.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
San Antonio shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Walker. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. Brent, of course, you won a championship with the Spurs back in 2005 and 2007. Talk about the differences between those two teams.
Well, the similarities are more what I would go with, Kevin. 2005, it was a year where we leaned on Timmy a ton to beat a very physical, rough and rugged Pistons team who had won 6 Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe Manu Ginobili was the MVP of that series, by the way. And in 2007, the younger guys had grown up. We beat the Cavs 4-0, and that was LeBron James just putting on a show to get into the Eastern Conference Finals, beating that same Detroit team.
And it's in there. Green's got 12 points in just the second half.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And here we go with the breakdown tonight of the front court and back court rebounding numbers for San Antonio.
And their big men are getting the majority of the rebounds. You like all 5 guys boxing out and getting on the glass, but at the end of the day, that's their role to control the board.
Curry finds Green. Now here's Thompson. Unloads, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Pass to Bertans. Shoots over Livingston. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Rejected by Walker. Bellinelli against Thompson. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Pass to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that game against the Pacers, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
And the Warriors with some changes. Yarebko's checked in for Bell. Iguodala comes in for Sean Livingston. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Curry. Finished off the break. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Nice job by Klay Thompson, just taking a step back. Team needed a play. He made it.
Pass to Gay. To the middle. Here's Bertans. And the layup's good off the glass. Bertans got his second basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Iguodala against Walker. Iguodala, the pass to Thompson. Fires, high post. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
The pass to Bertans. Buries the long-range jumper. Bertans got 7 points for the quarter.
Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
Cook looking it over. Kicks to Thompson. And another three for Golden State.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And here's Mills after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Gay, that's good. Gay's got 14 points for the game.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Outside, Green. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound, San Antonio. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
That free throw, no good. Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those two guys in place.
First one falls for him. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table. along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game. Pau Gasol is checked in for Rudy Gay. Then for the Warriors, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Draymond Green. And Durant subbed in for Thompson. And Durant gets it to go.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Well, Iguodala is still a high flyer. That's what he looks to do when he gets to the inside.
Bellinelli. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. And Marco Bellinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. Very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
First one falls for him. Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
And trying to defend the Warriors. All that motion. Brent, how tough is that to defend?
Well, it kills you, Kevin, because it's not like you know if you give up an open shot, it's going to go in. That happens with most of the NBA. It's the fact that maybe you're 2 feet away or 6 inches away from getting a steal, and that play costs you, and it just keeps coming at you for 48 minutes. Those devastating shooters, all of that movement, really tough to guard, and everybody in the league's having their troubles with it.
And Durant puts up a deep 3 off the mark. And so it's the Golden State Warriors looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Now here's Murray. And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Iguodala, Jonas Jerebko out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Durant, and it's Cook in at the point. Here is Forbes. Gasol kicks to Murray. Spurs passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's his first foul. And the Spurs making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Warriors leading by 13. Pass to Jerebko. Here is Cook. Aldridge is covering. Outside Durant. And Cousins kicks to Durant. Back to Cousins. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 6 assists here tonight.
Good job by Cousins on the catch and shoot game there, establishing that rhythm, catching the ball, and had some flow with that.
Here is Forbes. Up and in from the low block. 19 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
Here is Cook. He's covered by Murray. Durant against DeRozan. Shot from 12. Off the left rim and out. Spurs trail by 13. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. And no good that time. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Yarebko rejected by Gasol.
Got to respect the reach and length of Pau Gasol. Outstanding job of skying up for that rejection.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Iguodala no good. The Spurs have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Ball's knocked loose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his third foul of the game. Curry's checked in for Quinn Cook. Inside, here's Durant. Up and in on the layup. Durant's got 25 points in the game.
Well, Kevin Durant not only feels like he can score from everywhere, he does. So when he's that close, just count it.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, last season was just devastating for DeMarcus Cousins, a big man with an Achilles tear, and that's a tougher injury usually for a heavier or taller player, and DeMarcus is both of those. It happened right before the All-Star break. I hated to see it, but happy he's been able to get back on the road to recovery, and hopefully he'll regain his All-Star form.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thanks so much, David. Durant against DeRozan. Over Durant, and it's DeRozan missing. And with Cousins and his Achilles, quite often a very lengthy recovery, and you aren't guaranteed, Brent, to be the same afterwards.
No, I think that's the biggest concern, obviously. The one thing that Cousins has, though, is with his size and strength, that if he can get down the floor, he can still dominate from that position. But yes, I'm with you, Kevin. We all are hopeful that Cousins can have the athletic ability and the mobility that he had prior to the injury.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Curry against Murray. Here's Yarebko. Off target with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
To the inside. Here's Aldridge. Doesn't go that time. The Warriors go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Here is Durant. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed. And that's now 30 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Makes it off the glass. Now Curry. The steal. Forbes the pass to Murray. Good on the three-point shot.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
Now here's Curry. Iguodala finds Livingston. Over Aldridge. Livingston no luck.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead. He needs to find himself out there.
Curry on the wing. All alone. Nice jump shot. Good. Curry's got 19 points.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
Gasol against Cousins. Gasol no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from DeMar DeRozan.
You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Over Aldridge. Livingston, that's good. And the Warriors lead by 13.
Great form on the Livingston jump shot there. He knows he's got the green light in the mid-range.
Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Now here's Livingston, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
I like to see KD when he just elongates like that, gets all the way up to the rim for an easy throwdown.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State.
Well, Sean Livingston has had such a remarkable comeback career and one of the more unique players in the league. At 6'7", plays really a true point guard position, but very rarely do you ever see Sean Livingston getting away from shots on the floor where he knows he can be devastating. 10 to 12 feet, back to the basket, up over the top of guys. Just a really unique set of skills from Sean Livingston.
Now Murray. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. DeRozan. Good D by Thompson.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Curry outside. And it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got 8 rebounds in this game. Gasol on the high post. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Pau Gasol, not the same player Brent he once was, but he still knows how to get the job done.
Yeah, 2001 is when it is that Pau Gasol came into the NBA as a very slightly built Spaniard for the Memphis Grizzlies, but the skill was on display from the very start. He's had a Hall of Fame career, a 2-time champion, and one of the best and most skilled players to play that position in the last 20 years.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in, so he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
I'll throw out the 2-time champion stuff for you here, Kevin, but an outstanding big man, Pau Gasol, even in the later stages of his career.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. So it's the Spurs now, following the score by Golden State. And the layup falls.
Lunch pail work there from Gasol, pounding the ball through the basket over the outstretched arms of the defense.
DeRozan against Thompson. The dish now to Curry. Outside Durant. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Aldridge. Takes a 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. Warriors leading by 12. Thompson in the corner. Back to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, Cousins does not mess around in the post. When he's got that kind of positioning, he's going to ram it home.
Passes it to Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Well, the Warriors returning to San Francisco next season after 48 years in Oakland. That new arena in Mission Bay getting finished up, polished up, fresh paint. It's looking good there. Hopefully it'll be just as rocking as Oracle Arena has been for this many years.
And he's good on the second. You know, Brent, some wondered whether they'd change their name to the San Francisco Warriors like before. They're going to stick with Golden State.
Yeah, too much history, I think, in Oakland. They don't want to do anything to disturb the fan base. This is the Bay Area's team, and you mentioned it. It does have a history, Kevin, starting off back in San Francisco in the 60s, and they become a powerhouse. It seems even more fitting to claim the entire state, the Golden State Warriors.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Thompson. That's good from DeMar DeRozan. Both free throws good from DeRozan. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Over in the corner, Cousins. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Cousins has got 11 points here in just the second half. San Antonio calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He can't be stopped right now. The D looks like they're at a loss, and they have no idea how to contain him.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Spurs trail by 16. On the wing, DeRozan. He's covered by Thompson. Green with the block.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Curry against Murray. Curry dishes to Durant. 6 to shoot. Fires the three. He can't get that one to fall. San Antonio's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. Both free throws good from DeRozan. And here is Curry. Dishes to Cousins. Back to Curry for three. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through. That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Here's Thompson after the basket by San Antonio, and Green gets it to go.
Draymond Green adding the floater in the offseason. Touche.
Thompson against DeRozan. Over Thompson. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from DeRozan.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
The Warriors shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. Curry looking around. Green kicks to Curry. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Curry's got 16 here in the second half.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Durant.
Well, he really contributed down there on the offensive end. Seemed like he was hitting anything he was putting up.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Davis Bertans checks in for Aldridge. Walker comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bryn Forbes in for DeJounte Murray. Different look here for the Warriors. Bell, he's checked in for Cousins. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Cook subbed in for Curry. And so here is Golden State. Iguodala finds Green. Here's Livingston. Pass to Iguodala. Now Livingston.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
He's off on the first. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Here's Walker. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Andre Iguodala. The first free throw is good. Good on both. Here is Cook. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how tense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.